That sigh should tell you that we're talking about Jeffree Star today. Oh my god, this man can literally do nothing right. Literally nothing. Also, please excuse the Christmas background. In my head, I am celebrating Christmas from now on. Summer is officially cancelled in my books. Any hate comments? Blocked. I'm not kidding. At all. So everyone, as we know, Jeffree Star posted that god-awful 10-minute long apology, taking accountability, promoting his brand video, in which he spends most of the time talking about Shane, how much he loves Shane, redirects to the Black Lives Matter movement, and saying how the world isn't paying attention to it while not even giving any donation or petition links, and then spends the rest of the video and most of it talking about his brand. And this is a 10-minute long video. Not that long. So he posted that video, and from that video, my initial opinion was, wow, he's just doing this so he can like rip the band-aid off and to come back into social media and immediately start posting about himself again, because all he cares about is himself. Oh my god, I need to take a break after that. And you know what? My prediction came true. It wasn't even a prediction because I think everyone knew this was going to happen. He was only making this video so that he could go back to normality. That's all he cares about. You know what? That's what happened. Right after posting his video, immediately floods of posts back on all of his social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, just all over the place. Even so many on Twitter as well. Like, he is completely now ignoring all backlash of his video, which has gotten so much backlash, he literally is choosing to ignore it, and is now posting like he normally did on his Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. What the fuck? And so yeah, so many pictures, different photo shoots, tweets, everything, and it's so belittling because people are calling him out. And in his video, he says, you know, if I'm ever not holding myself accountable, call me out in future. You know what? People are, and you completely are ignoring it. This is why people don't try to call you out. This is why people don't try to hold you accountable. You know why? Because you don't listen and you don't care. So the fact that he's literally silencing people who are criticizing him for this video whenever he says, oh, I need to learn to take criticism, like come at me next time and I'll listen, and he's literally blocking and muting these people is so funny to me because he's shown no growth. Like, how many times can this man grow? He's literally about to be a 40-year-old man. You know what I mean? You can only grow so much. Like, you've been reflecting on your life for the past 30 years. At what stage are you actually going to turn into a good person, Jeffree? That's what I'm wondering, and that's what a lot of people are wondering. Because right now I'm thinking, is that ever going to happen? You're ignoring criticism on you bringing up the Black Lives Matter movement while not even bringing up petition or donation links. Even if you weren't going to do it off the good of your heart, 8 million people would have saw that. More than 8 million people, because this was your comeback video. But you know what? You didn't care about it. All you cared about was bringing it up so that you could redirect your video and blame people. Gaslight them into thinking, oh, maybe we shouldn't be trying to hold him accountable. You know what? If this was someone else you were calling out and they did this, Jeffree, you'd be like, wow, look at you trying to redirect the movement and all, like all eyes are on you, like a Snapchat rant. So what's different about you, Jeffree? Why can you call everyone else out, but whenever they call you out, you don't allow it? Because it's not making sense at all, and it makes you so hypocritical, but we all knew you were anyway. Trash. So I put a question out to all my subscribers and I said opinions on Jeffree Star going back to posting regular content and continuing to ignore criticism. It's just the fact that he's not even just posted this video then going back to normal stuff. He has so much criticism that he needs to respond to, even just from his video, but all the stuff before, and he's choosing to ignore it. You know, the reason that in his video he said he's a grown person because he's reflected and he knows to take criticism and shit. Like, he is not grown or changed. Ever. Stop enabling him. Like, every day he's posting his new looks, what he's doing that day, Instagram lives and stuff, and it's like he's doing more than he did before because he's trying so desperately to get people to like him again. But you know what? For the first time in so long, a lot of people do not like you, Jeffree. I know you're used to throwing out a half-assed apology that you've copied the script from your last apology. You know what? People are literally catching on at this stage. Whoa. Crazy Cat Mama said, are we surprised? No, he's getting ready for his next makeup launch and people are gonna buy it. That's the thing. People literally do not hold him accountable, and even if they do, they still, maybe I'll just buy a little Jeffree Star palette. You're part of the problem too if you do that. That's the sad part. People still supporting someone who clearly feels no remorse for the awful things they've said and done. And not even the things in the past. The things in the fucking present. Benjamin said, don't you find it funny that in 2019 Jumbo Stickers, that's a new nickname, called James Manny 2.0 for not addressing the situation. Oh, how the tables have turned. And yeah, everything he does is so hypocritical, and everything he calls other people out for, he does when he's in a state of emergency. That's why I can't take him seriously. Tiona said, imagine being surprised. He's the same person that promoted his makeup and talked about Breonna Taylor and Black Lives Matter in the same video. He's done this so many times you'd be stupid to actually be shocked. And you know what? It's sad that I was still shocked. So many times this man can shock me when I think he can't anymore. Black and White said he thinks he can just say, I was wrong, I'm sorry, I don't know that person anymore, and he's automatically free from accountability. Yeah, he literally did not even hold himself accountable in this video. If that's the best you can do, Jeffree, Lord help you. Lord help us, we have to deal with you. Generic username says, it hurts to know that people will continue to support him honestly. He's a stain that we can't seem to get rid of. Doom and Family says, it goes to show that Jafar Safari knows he messed up. When has he ever been silent about something? Yeah. Are you taking this time to reflect as well, Jeffree? Well, you aren't, because you're posting every day in your stories. So what, in 2 months, if this gets even worse, are you gonna say, I was self-reflecting? Like, no you weren't, because you were posting every day. It's almost like you ignore it until it gets to a level that you can't ignore it anymore, and then you're like, I was self-reflecting. Alexander said he probably thinks it's back to normal and everyone forgot, or he just needs money and sponsorships. Wildfire Emmy said he's hoping that it will just go away, like last time. Sorry, Jeffree Snob, it's not this time. Hawking said he did what he needed to do for himself. He apologized and moved on with his life. Now to see if he actually tries to change, we will see. You know what? He hasn't. He's continuing to show that he's being hypocritical by saying in his video, you know, call me out and I will respond, and now everyone's calling him out and he's not responding. Rain said Juicy Starburst has always done stuff like this. His patterns are not changing. Now we need to look into what we can do now. How do we react as consumers? Legally Blonde said he's trying so hard to act unbothered, like, sis, we cancelled you and no one likes you. What's not clicking? Jivana said, not surprised one bit. Jeffree thinks his world is separate from everyone else's. He even said so in his apology. How is this someone that people choose to support? I literally can't. Like, if you want to support his products, that's one thing, even though you shouldn't be doing that because you're supporting the person Jeffree Star and giving him money. Supporting him as a person, like, what are the redeemable qualities? I can't think of one. Brown Eyed Bree said making his horrible excuse of an apology video was a chore for him, and now that it's posted and out of the way, he feels like he can go back to normal without repercussions, and at the end of the day, I agree. That's literally what he's doing. He's a raging narcissistic, in my opinion, and will do anything to secure his coin. All he cares about is money and how much of it he'll make from his cosmetics line. Also, did you see Jar Jar's caption on one of his pictures? Playtime is over? I bet Dramageddon really does feel like playtime to him. Love you, Adam. I love you too, Brown Eyed Bree, and I completely agree. He loves tearing other people down and involving them in drama for fun, but when it's on him, he seemingly doesn't like it and he goes silent for reflection. Champagne Slurpee said as long as the people who finally see Jeffree's true colors stop buying his makeup and actually hold him accountable, he'll reap for forgiveness. The 13-year-olds living in La La Land will blindly support him, but they can't keep him afloat for much longer. Blush said, if I mess up in the future, please remind me. Okay, we're reminding you right now. That's the exact quote he said, obviously then. If I mess up in the future, please remind me. You know what? We fucking are, and you're ignoring us. You're blocking everyone who's trying to remind you. You're muting everyone who's trying to remind you. Something about that doesn't sit well. Control Alt said is pretty pathetic, to be honest. He talks so much smack about brands who refuse to acknowledge Backlash, but he thinks he is above that. Okay, JoJo Star, do your thing. I'm not here for it. Danielle said, I expect nothing less from Voldemort. NIPFG said, did we seriously expect anything else from him? And that's kind of like what I'm like, no. But then it's people like that shouldn't have a platform. It's the same with Tana Mojo. He's the sort of person who practices his emotions in the mirror for 1 hour straight. Of course he would do this after posting that garbage fire of an apology. Joe Bunny said, honestly, I was expecting this. Him passing this off as everything not being a big deal? We can't let this happen. He wants us to get over and be lazy about this situation, and that is so unfair, especially to his dear friend Shane, right? They've both been so malicious. Both should get and receive the deserved backlash. Jeffree is so full of himself that he thinks, we won't forget about this. I hate people like him. Kira said he's not used to being cancelled like this, so he thinks everyone's just gonna bounce back as usual. Not this time. Mr. Skywing said, I wouldn't doubt he was taking all of these pictures and posts that he's posting during his reflecting period, and was waiting for all this to post after his doing what's right video. You know, the one with the doing what's right. To him, reflecting must mean standing in front of his phone or a mirror, just admiring his looks, not reflecting on his— oh my god, it just clicked in my head. Reflecting is in a mirror. That was smart. Not reflecting on his character and his actions like he made it seem in his video. Bella said his behavior right now is very similar to Tana's. He quickly addresses his wrongdoings and then completely moves on. And that's not what it's about. You have to apologize, be like, I'm gonna do better, and then actively show us how the fuck you're gonna do better. Tana did that Instagram story but has yet to address any of the things she's done, where Jeffree made that awful apology video, both horrible videos that didn't cover any sense of value. And now they're both just living their lives, not caring about anything. At the same stage where we're all like, oh my god, Jeffree doesn't care, he's still blocking people who are calling him out. Morgan said if he's truly changed, like he said in his video, then he would still be staying off social media while continuing to self-reflect. But instead, he's simply showing how much he doesn't care about bettering himself, and how selfish he actually is. I personally think he needs a long break from social media. Forever. Do not come back, please. And then show us how he's gonna change, or has been changing. Because I feel like he's just the same Jeffree as what he was. Black Lives Matter said he's so gross, I don't even have more words to elaborate on. Little old Meg said absolute trash, but I'm not surprised. He doesn't honestly believe he did anything wrong, and that's the problem. How are you gonna apologize whenever you don't even think you're in the wrong? Because you just want to sell more products, and that's disgusting. Jesse said he thinks his shitty 10-minute long video was a band-aid to fix everything, and you know what? I agree. Nah, bitch, we're not done with you. It's Me said Jeffree Star doesn't care, he continues to show it, and yet somehow there are people who are still supporting him. I mean, to each their own, but on behalf of the rest of us who will not be supporting him, it's a bad look. Nurse Carl said at 34 years old, he's incapable of taking responsibility for anything. This is just another reminder to not purchase his products. Maybe if we ignore him by not giving him money or attention, he will disappear. Okay, you know what? Thanks to the hundreds of people who gave me their opinion, I'm gonna say some more right now. It's just that one line in his video where he says, make sure to call me out and I'll listen or whatever. And then we're doing that and he's blocking us. Now, if he's being so unbothered by it and going back to posting as normal, how is he still going out of his way to block people who are being negative about him? They're being negative about you for a reason, by the way. But I honestly think this man loves when people don't like him. He has to. Because he continues to do stuff that makes us not like him. We all knew his video was so bad, but honestly, after he started getting the amount of backlash he was getting, he knew that we were outweighing him. I honestly thought he would do a tweet even saying that, you know what, I'll do better from now, because that's smart from a business point of view. But you know what? He didn't for some reason. He literally is back to posting as normal. Does he think that he can do so many posts that it will just drown us all out? Because that's not how it works. At all. It makes us more angry, actually. So guys, what is your opinion of Jeffree going back to normal? Literally Jeffree business as usual star. What is your opinion on that? Because it's pissing me off. Why do these people have platforms? It's not okay. At this stage, there's no apology or anything that fixes anything he's done. He's just trash. Nah, off the platform. Bye. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in my next video, and bye.